Good Monday, Cup of Sales Joe. Now there's some energy for your Monday. Today, as you may already be able to tell, we will learn from doctors, specifically ER doctors and nurses, which is appropriate because this time of year we're all thinking about our health or healthcare. Probably the most critical and brutal environment to work in is an emergency room. Life and death are a daily outcome of the work done there. It takes not only a special breed of person to do this work, but it also requires more than the normal level of training, infrastructure, systems, and protocols. And I'd like to focus on one protocol that ERs are known for, the ability to triage. I don't know about you, but one of the first times in my life I'd ever heard the term triage was on television. Triage essentially means to prioritize based on a few factors. Urgency, maybe your ability to help. Based on these criteria and a few others, patients in an ER get looked at in order of importance, and the doctors and nurses can handle what they have coming at them. Sometimes barely.
He said, call the doctor, I think I'm gonna crash. Doctor say he's coming, but you gotta pay him cash.
When someone asks you how you're doing, do you ever answer busy? Or maybe even crazy busy? Sure, we all do. But keep in mind, you're probably never going to be as busy as an ER. When you look at that environment, they can work in one of two busy modes: crazy busy mode or ready mode. In crazy busy mode, you're less capable of handling the busy. Stress hormones rise, executive function declines, memory impulse control deteriorates, anger and anxiety functions are activated, and you overreact to everything. Conversely, in ready mode, anything that comes at you, you can handle it. This requires training, specifically for an ER on-the-job training. And to be in ready mode, knowing how things can get crazy, you set up rules and design for the crazy so that it's expected. And to do that, you have to endlessly triage or prioritize. Because if you're ready for the crazy, then it isn't really crazy anymore.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Hey CSJ, how would you like a partner that warms you inside, smooths out your mood, and maybe even gives you some energy that you need to conquer your day? Well, I can't make any promises that any one person will do that, but I can promise you that the right coffee will. And for me and lots of my listeners, that coffee is Mad Goat Coffee. And to make it easy, Sam, the owner, has extended a special offer of 10% off any order when you use the code CSJ. So, visit madgoatcoffee.com. Find some great stuff I know you'll love, and use code CSJ to save 10%. If you triage in crazy busy mode, you react and respond to every situation with the same intensity. In ready mode, you triage and organize and prioritize by degrees. Those who cannot differentiate and react with the same response to everything have double the amount of stress hormones in recent research. Some of you have talked to me about my system of triage for work, my bubble system. I stole it from a book called The End of Procrastination by Peter Ludwig. In it, he talks about how to remove decision paralysis by developing a to-do today list and then working through them. And the items highest on the priority list are bubbled red, then blue, then green. There are many ways to do this, but you need to do this. Otherwise, if you stay in crazy busy mode, you react as if everything is red.
Doctor, my eyes, tell me what is wrong. Was I unwise?
I then go on to prioritize my reds and start there with each day. If I have 10 bubbles, and I can only expect to accomplish 6 things in a particular day, depends on the day and the things, I at least know that the most important are what I am working on first, and moving to things I deem less important. How do I know I've had a productive day? I get through most, if not all, of my reds. If I make it to blue, then I'm really on top of things. Eventually, some items that start green or blue may move to red, either because it became more important, more urgent, or I was able to be more productive at times to get through my reds and blues on my to-do today list. If we have too many options, then each decision takes longer. The more decisions we have to make, the more exhausted our brains become, and the less it's capable of making good decisions. Reduce your daily decisions. Plan, like preparing meals and not succumbing to pizza the last minute. Decrease temptation. Don't expect willpower to save you. Design for what you want, and the choices you want to make are easy.
Doctor, doctor, can't you see I'm burning, burning? Oh, doctor, doctor, is this love I'm feeling?
There's another part of triage that takes into consideration what minimum needs to be done now. If a patient requires immediate care but then can be stabilized for more thorough care later, then in the ER that's considered a success. In our work, some tasks don't require a large amount of intense attention or time. Maybe you can do a little to handle the immediate need, but put off the more thorough work until you have more mental bandwidth and can approach it with a clearer mind.
They call me Doctor Love. They call me Doctor Love.
Some of you may be familiar with The One Thing by Gary Keller. If you are,
You know the idea of the domino. Line up your dominoes and then pay attention to working that first one down. That's all. And the others will fall after it. But if you focus on too many things at one time, you can lose focus. Work on the one thing, you earn the right to move on to the next thing and the next thing. But the decision of what the one thing is yours. And that's the magic of triage. It narrows your focus to a manageable situation even in the midst of chaos. There's also a triage level called black. There's nothing you can do. You must move on. It is gut-wrenching, but you must take them off your list. If you try to do everything, you have no hope of saving your reds. Sometimes we call these things gravity because they are beyond our control. You don't ignore it, but you also know that you can't really do anything about it, so you move on where you can.
you know, it's funny how you can compare your work to being a doctor. You analyze situations, you prescribe solutions, and you make sure that the health of your business and your client, partner, or customer's business is optimized. I hear salespeople call a business review a health check, and I kind of like that. Because if you believe in your business, then you believe that it is in your customer's best interest to work with you. And it is important that you understand, for your customers, clients, and yourself, that you wear the white lab coat. You control your health and your business's health. You can create healthy, optimized performance, run diagnostics and tests, and maintain a vibrant work life. You can learn in this time how to triage your work when needed and maintain your focus, your intensity, and your results. With that in mind, have a great week.